If you get a chance for the job and the work program hasn't been done yet and it's causing you a problem, come back and talk to me and we'll look at that. Okay?
The other about there's not the act. And we stated, Your Honor, today it's the concept of sex in the Spanish. I have to see the example, don't review it. On the facts, the act, no addition, no deletion, no corrections. You would ask the court to respect and follow the recommendations of probation.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Baker. All right, Ms. Baker, anything you want to add? Don't feel that you have to. I'm just giving you the opportunity. Anything you want to add? You don't have to. I'm just giving you the opportunity to share anything you want to share.
And it's one of my meetings that I asked, and, owner of the bar, got the being registered here, when they say, we need to get a notice of, adjudication.
That may end today. With the scenes.
So,
I believe that's correct. When we dispo it, that's the notice of adjudication.
fully involved, painful.
Pay in full. All right. Got that?
Oh.
Paid in full. When the files are paid off, then that's when they get the notice of adjudication.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. So I got two files. On the drinking and driving file, I'm adopting in full the recommendations that you went over with Mr. Bowditch, items 1 through 11. That includes the 20 hours community service. Did you hear me explain community service to the guy in front of you?
Yeah.
All right. So 20 hours. On that file, the fines and costs are $1,300. On the fail to stop file, same 6 months probation terms. Fines and costs on that one, $300. So the total you owe the court is $1,600. I'll send you downstairs to talk about options. I'll tell you what your options are to payment. Any questions?
No.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Madison? Right? We're here for sentencing counsel? Your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Report for Neighborhood Defender Service, on P86948. On behalf of Ms. Madison McKee, you say it's not right, Ms. McKee, would you please state your full name? Madison Rose.
Thank you. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, I'm going over the pre-sentence investigation report with Ms. McKee. There are no corrections to be reported in here for that. I believe that the prosecutor did not object to 74, sentencing under 7411. Your Honor stated that you take a look at the scientific determination and sentencing. I have talked to Ms. McKee. She's also joined the courtroom by her mother. I've talked about all the conditions of probation. That she can work with probation department to get enrolled into a substance abuse treatment program. Ms. McKee, I think since this incident has made a lot of changes to her life. She's moved back with her parents. There's no alcohol in the house when she's at her mother's house. Her license was temporarily suspended, so right now she's doing dog sitting for people, family, friends that she she's formally taken a CNA course. Once this is concluded, she's gonna try to get a certificate.
Okay.
So that she can look at enrollment. But she's willing to participate in substance abuse treatment. She has a strong environment. Her mother reports that she's taken a lot of steps to change the folks and the groups of people that she's hanging around. And that the house that she's currently living in is a substance-free area. I would ask this court to follow the recommendation 12 months probation under 7411 and ask the court to continue waiving any discretionary costs or fines. As Ms. McKee isn't working now, but we want her to focus on her CNA, getting CNA certified.
Right. So are you currently on Woodland Boulevard? That's mom's address? Okay. Prior to the July 19, 2025 incident, had you ever been arrested for anything? Never, no misdemeanors at all? What was your GPA at Erie?
In high school, is that we are judges? Maybe.
Okay. All right, so in my experience, when I ask a kid what their GPA is and they can't tell me, it's because it should have been higher than it was. Does that apply to you? Could you have done better than you did in high school? Yeah. What held you back?
During COVID, remember online.
We killed you guys. Yeah. 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 Have you had a job ever? Where have you worked? What is that? What is it? Okay. Hence the CNA interest. Go ahead. Okay. 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 Any objections if we take the count one under 7,411? When's she eligible for a license?
I believe
So coming up. Okay. So you should be working by end of June, right? Well, let's put it this way. You'll be working somewhere by the end of June. Okay? Even if it's not the job you want, get a job. Sounds like the jobs you've had, you haven't done a lot of interviewing. Am I right? Okay. So here's what you don't want. You don't want the interviewer to say, "What are you doing now?" and say, "Looking for work." What you want to be able to say is, "I'm doing this. I work here. These are my hours. This is what I do. But what I really want to do is get into this field. That's why I'm applying with you." Because it's easier for an employer to take a chance on somebody that's already working than somebody that's not working, because the biggest problem all employers have now is giving somebody a job and they never show up. Okay? So even though you might have in your mind the job you want, get a job. As soon as you can get to the job, I don't care if it's Wendy's, get a job. All right? For as many hours as they'll give you while you look for the job that's starting your career. Okay? All right. So on count one, I will do this under a delayed sentence for 12 months. I'm going to adopt in full the recommendations. Mom, normally I'm going to order work program on a file like files like these instead of jail time, but sounds like you're the transportation right now. Are you working every day? Okay. She was working for you at the time. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. You were probably mad at her at the time, weren't you? Yeah. 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 Well, I don't want her to get a job that you got to drive her to, though. Right? But I mean, if there's some place you can get, even if it's a crappy job for 10 hours a week, if there's a job you can get close to home, get it. Because then when you go to look at the other job and they say, "Why are you only working 10 hours a week?" Because that's the only job I could get that I could walk to. Now, what are you telling them? You want to work, right? You want to work. Okay. You'll have your license by the end of May, right? All right, so here's what we're going to do. On each of these files, one's going to be delayed sentence, one's just going to be straight probation. On each of these files, 12 months, you're under my thumb. Okay? I'm adopting in full the recommendations. On each of these files, you owe me 5 days on the work program. I'm okay with you scheduling that after you get your driving privileges reinstated. Okay? Now, if you get a chance for the job and the work program hasn't been done yet and it's causing you a problem, come back and talk to me and we'll look at that. okay? I'm not making you any promises right now, other than the fact that I'll listen to what you've got to tell me. I'm going to tell you right now, if you come to me and you say, I haven't done my 10 days and I haven't done any of my 10 days, but I want you to convert that to community service hours because of this job, I'm going to tell you no. So get some done. And then if they're staying, your schedule standing in the way of the good job, then we'll talk. Understood? All right. On each of these files, I'm going to give you a break on the money. I'll tell you what, I will suspend fines and costs on count 1. Comply with all the terms that I just told you about, the ones you went over with Scott. You comply with all those terms, do your 5 days, and I won't charge any money on that file at all. On the impaired driving, recommendations are followed in full, 5 days on the work program on that file, and fines and costs are $1,200. Go downstairs and we'll talk about options down there. I will work with you forever on money as long as you're doing everything else you're supposed to be doing. And I mean literally forever. I don't care if it's like $50 a month. I don't care. Money is not my concern. Changed behaviors is my concern. Got it? Any questions? You go give your mother a big hug. I'm serious as a heart attack. Because that was firing you was one of the hardest things she ever had to do. Probably one of the best things you ever did too. All right. So listen to your mother. All right. So you listen to your mother, you communicate with Mr. Rowley, and we'll be all right. We'll get you to the end of this probation with no problem. All right. Thank you, counsel. Have a good day, ladies.
In this courtroom hearing, Madison appears before the judge for sentencing, but what follows is more than just a discussion about punishment. The judge takes time to speak directly about her future, emphasizing the importance of finding work, staying productive, and building a stable routine. He explains that success often starts with taking responsibility and being willing to work hard, even if the job isn't exactly what someone wants. Throughout the hearing, the focus remains on helping Madison make better choices and avoid repeating the mistakes that brought her into court. When it comes to sentencing, the judge gives Madison an opportunity to prove she can move forward in a positive direction. She receives probation and is required to complete a work program, but the court also shows flexibility by allowing her time to get back on her feet. The judge makes it clear that following the rules, maintaining employment, and completing all court-ordered requirements could lead to significant benefits, including relief from some financial penalties. Rather than closing doors, the sentence is designed to give her a chance to earn a better outcome through responsible actions. The most memorable part of the hearing comes when the judge discusses family and accountability. He encourages Madison to listen to her mother and appreciate the lessons being taught through difficult experiences. The message is clear: personal growth often begins with accepting responsibility and learning from the people who genuinely want to see you succeed. By the end of the proceeding, the courtroom's focus is not simply on consequences but on giving Madison the opportunity to rebuild trust, develop discipline, and create a more successful future for herself.